Everybody nowadays calls themselves a dev. If you start the fucking project, you're the dev. I want to take that word and take it to the next level. My name is Uncle Warren the Guru. For those that may or may not know me, I tend to create cool shit in this space that basically makes money for other people. I have well over X, Y, and Z amount of people on my Discord, followers, etc. And right now, I just want to get right to the chase and show you guys how to print. I myself have created a actual ecosystem called exitliquidity.com. With the help of I have throughout the years have basically self-taught myself to become a basically a master prompter. So I worked with AI directly and we basically cooked up some powerful shit. What I want to do today, though, is I want to show you guys how to make easy profits for verbatim. Also, want to show you how to use a specific tool on the website Exit Liquidity to make your life a lot easier. So, without any further ado, let the fucking show begin. By the way, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm simply a guy on YouTube just showing you how to fucking print money. Let's fucking go. Hey, how's it going, guys? Today I'm going to show you basically how to find gem projects within my project, exitliquidity.com. And yeah, it's not too crazy, not too hard. I made it a really simple situation. So if you allow me the time, I would love to kind of walk you through um, basically how to do so. So, first thing first is I found this gem right here called Khaleesi. I guess there's some meta behind it, and I want to walk you through on how I was able to find it. So, first thing first is we're going to go to the website, Exit Liquidity, bring it over so you can see a little bit better. All right, so I'll just go to the top of it right now. Now, I was basically doing some gem finding myself. I'll just go to the exact CA. But it's all about kind of scrolling down and seeing what maybe meets your eye. Came across this one right here. I said, okay, what's this? So first thing first is you can check the market cap by just clicking on it. If I just did there. Uh, I'm going to be able to fix that, by the way. Whenever you see the actual feed refresh on you, you'll be able to stop that. But it's getting a lot of calls, as you can see. I'm also going to make it so in the system where the search will allow you to see how many calls within the actual algorithm has seen the CA. So that way, you not only do you get to find it in the search, but you can find out how many people have actually called it. Uh, but yeah, basically, with that being said, we can go into market cap, like I was saying, by simply clicking on the MCA, and that'll open up the market cap. Thanks to GMGN, it's a good time to buy right now. And you have also volume here. Now, what I wanted to say here is what I did is I went to essentially community and I paste the CA address into my community settlement finder here and searched on X. What this allows me to do is see if anybody with blue checks are basically talking about this. Gives me an idea. So I see there's a few blue checks that are actually talking about this, as you can see. Which means there's community settlement here. There's people that are essentially rovering up to push this to higher markups. And this is exactly what you want to see. Also, what you want to see is you want to see obviously not being bundled. So let's go back to exit liquidity. So as you can see, I'm scrolling down. There's a lot of blue checks. That's what you want to see with the community settlement. But going back here as well, what you also want to see is go into Bullocks itself. And Bullocks has a really cool way of kind of showing things. Now, in Bullocks, it's telling me, for one, the top 10 holders is holding on less than 20%, which is very good. We have insider holdings, 2.8%. That means, like, basically there's nobody buying up front, sending off to small wallets to make it look like higher distribution. No inside wallet game. Beyond that, we also have, let's go into some of the other position panels, such as the sniper and dev panels. So if I go into, for example, let's go to bubble maps. Bubble maps, basically it's not detecting anything too crazy. There's about a couple walls here that are attached to each other. By the way, this is the new Insight X bubble maps 2.0, so it's definitely, you know, up to par, so to speak. Another thing that I like to use as well when it comes to specifically bullets is this option that they have to see like the last buys when it comes to smart snipers. If you click on this tool right here on the far right here, this is snipers, you'll be able to see how many people bought in and how many people are still currently holding. As you can see, like only one person's holding of the top 10 holders, which is obviously real good. Means that no one's gonna essentially crazy dump on your ass. It looks like it did reach to an all-time high of like almost 500,000, retraced to about 200K. You do want to get into these reversal periods here, where there's basic consolidation. Once you get past 200K, 250K market cap, you start seeing less bundling. You start seeing community settlement. You start to seeing things such as just numbers that are being basically driven by essentially floor being pushed up organically. This calls for essentially a sender. So Khaleesi here might potentially be a multi-million-dollar project and was found through the help of exitliquidity.com. I'm going to throw this out there in my Telegram right now just so people can get a sense for it. Also, I'll throw it in the Discord while I'm recording so you guys just can see a full perspective of this working at its core. So boom, open that. I'll save that and I'll put that in the Telegram. And all right, bam. All right. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just copy this over and throw it into the Discord. But I just want to give you guys basically a rundown on basically how to find sender gems. Sometimes you might find 10x's, 20, 30, 40x's. Sometimes you might find 2x's. Right now, we found a pretty much play that is basically headed for great heights. Currently, the market cap is at 235K. Got in at 200K even. It's rising like crazy. You can see 25% right now profits right there. My mouse is circling. So, you know, the sky's the limit on these things, but it allows you to have a further grasp, but to understand your leverage when you're kind of going on a system. Once you get past a certain specific amount of market cap and things are not as much bundled and you get to see the transparency of what the DeFi devs have came up with, such as the good folks at Neo Bullocks, such as some of the API coders that are helping us, you know, raise this Solana floor. That's what really comes down to it, because Solana is in a drought. So in order to do that, you have to come up with protocols to be able to make substantial gains. And so that's why I created liquidity, so that way everyone has a fair advantage to make even profits, even without having to quote unquote bundle. So with that being said, yeah, now we're pretty much up in profit. We're gonna pretty much hold on this bad boy, and I feel like this particular meme has the potential to go to past 1 million here. I don't know if the community settlement is going to get stronger, but what the great thing about X liquidity here is you can just go back to hitting find here, continue to just go back to clicking on the actual CA, which will copy it for you. From that point on, click on search, paste, and then just go back and hit community settlement. And if you already have this tab open, you could just hit refresh, and it'll give you basically the top information or the latest information coming from specifically Khaleesi. Now, if you see these like, you know, like little buy-ins right here, this is basically you know, my Sniperoo integration bot. And, you know, I have this available to you guys to as well. If you guys will use this, simply if you're on Exhibit, sorry, if you want to exit liquidity, simply just click on the Sniperoo icon, and then you can get set up. I'll also put a video on how to like set it up, how to work it, so that way you have even more fair advantage to your play. So with that being said, again, I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. I just want to show you guys how to really make some money in this DeFi game. So as you can see, everybody in this particular thread here is speaking about this particular CA. It's always bullish to see verified accounts talk because that way you know it's not botted. And that's basically the start of essentially something that could be potentially exponential. I mean, it's the CT tracker of CT trackers. And so this obviously this information with all these blue checks would not have ever been possible without you know, basically using exit liquidity. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to go ahead and drop this in my Discord so people can get a little bit sense of that. So let me copy this, paste that, call that 200K market cap. All right. Bam. Ah, shit. Just deleted my own fucking post. Hold on. Here we go. What? Hold on, guys. Having some fucking technical difficulties with my own shit. Delete that shit. Delete that shit. Delete that shit. Alright. Let's try that again. Alright, bet. Cool. Alright, we dropped it in there. And I'm just gonna let the group know. Called at 200K markup. Bam. Alright, so yeah, so with that being said, profits are up, as you can see right now on the back. There's 26%. I'm not sure if you'll see that. I'll scroll that over. 25% on my profits at the moment. I mean, it's that simple. I made DeFi like a fucking hack play for everybody. This is like the simplest way to fucking profit, guys. If you're not into bundling, then cool. I got a way to essentially do it another way. You know, there's so many ways to cut a cake. So again, I have my community settlement up here, so that way I can just simply hit refresh, look at the latest data that's coming in, like alpha female dire wolf, Khalees. Everyone's talking about this Khalees. Whatever, you know, it is what it is. This is what makes meme coin culture. So getting in at a low time and basically selling a high to high. Very simple logistics. But with that being said, I just wanted to give you guys this play. I will post up my P&L for this once I do sell. I have a feeling that this is going to be an astronomical play. Thanks to the good folks, aka myself, at creating this exitliquidity.com. But yeah, I think this is super bullish. Yeah, I think this is super bullish, and so I think that people are going to possibly love this. I'm gonna edit that. Say called at okay market. All right, cool. All right, well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of this. As you can see right now, I'm currently up 27% profits. And I think that for the most part, when it comes to specifically trading, it's kind of about leveraging and maximizing the most. Like, you don't want to put in too much to be able to get wiped out, especially when market caps are like 100K. But when you get something between like 150 to 250K range, that sweet spot at between the 200 mark, when you get community settlement so high driven continually to drive in organically for you, where there doesn't need to be necessarily rating because the algorithm is already setting off different wavelengths to people. This is literally what drives price action up. And so with that being said, you can literally sit there with 0.81, 0.85 SOL, leave for the day with 9 SOL from that little investment, from having to do this community settlement and, you know, research that breaks down into analytics, that goes into if it's bundled, you know, all these things play into picture to find now, okay, now you made all these plays. What happens now? now your wallet becomes tracked, where you're essentially starting to find profits even higher because for the fact that people are coming in right after you or trying to front run your trades just for the fact that, you're able to literally, it's a lot of this shit goes down to it. I want to teach you guys. I'm currently, doing this consistently on warren.guru, but exitliquidity.com is something for you guys to really see that this shit really is working. I'm at 42.44% right now, as you can see. This is not like magic. I'll try to make it a little bit bigger for you guys so you can see it here. Hold on. I know I'm usually into the trading side of things, but in the dev side of things, but this is showing you transparency when it comes down to it. So we're at 48%. And it's like literally stealing candy from a fucking baby. I cannot make this up. Now on the left side, we're not seeing, this right here is a completely different, CA. Once you click the actual CA on exit liquidity, you can literally just go into it. I'll just go into it using that, paste that in real quick. That's what I love, simplifying a lot of things for people to make things super, super easy. So right now we're looking at what, 200 and almost $300,000 market cap on this coin that I came in at 200 up. So like obviously profits are profits. As you can see right now, 49% up on this coin. And this is just getting started. Currently the market, we're at a 30-minute candlestick. So this thing I feel like it definitely will have the potential to grow to like, millions of market caps just because of settlement. The settlement really is what really drives a price action when it comes to a lot of different plays. And if the more people that have access to the API, which is what exitliquidity.com has, the more that has access to the API wins, and the more is able to essentially program filters and criterias to essentially give you leverage. It's what makes or break a lot of times. You don't have to come in with a lot of money. You can literally come in with like a soul, a little less than soul, and come out with a lot of money of your, like literally 2, 3, 4, 500% profits by having literally this at your leverage. And the great thing about this is it's free. You can literally go right now to exitliquidity.com and start cooking up some research and really trenching. This is real research trenching. Like honestly, X.com does not literally give you the leverage that you need because they want you to pay $5,000 a month for the API. And I'm like, fuck that. I can literally figure out how to use a third-party protocol to take the API, leverage it in a way that is going to make it very astronomical money for you guys, period. And so as long as we can find demand in the charts, we can literally be able to print all fucking day long. And that's what it's about. So hopefully you guys will see that this is something that that happens once in a lifetime, where someone's actually able to give you some real fucking sauce. I've been teaching for months upon months, almost years, DeFi. Actually, I have been teaching for years. What the fuck am I? I'm a monk. But now I'm literally doing it on another step where people can be like, oh fuck, this motherfucker is really, really diving into some shit. Like what you're seeing right now is literally real time, no fucking cuts, profits. This shit's gonna run up to probably 800% profit by the end of the night, literally printing money right in front of your fucking eyes. Again, all I had to do is use Exit Liquidity to do so. I literally created this platform, and with that being said, I'm giving you guys updates on my Twitter, which I'll pin on my actual website here, but they come in syndicated, and essentially you're able to do some real thorough DYOR. And it has basically icons that'll essentially help you to scale that, even to the point where you could just simply click on, for example, Trenchy right there, right? And boom, right there, you'll pop up with, potential bundles or that are in this particular play. And it's also mobile responsive too, by the way, guys. So everything you're seeing right here is literally 100% fucking free. Well, I repeat, 100% free. You don't have to join no Discord, no verification process. You can literally go right now to exitliquidity.com and do as I'm doing right now and literally just find gainers and have so much fucking fair advantage. And it depends on what you want to do. If you want to be scalping, I get it. You could be scalper. If you want to be a gem finder like I'm doing right now, I'm doing gem finding shit. This is a potential situation where this can go up to, 5, 10, 15, 25 million just because of settlements the settlement has with it, the verifications of people that are literally talking about it, to the KOLs are now bringing their exit liquidity in it. Hello, somebody talk to me. This is why exit liquidity was created, is because we're finding the exit liquidity before it's actually exit liquidity, and it gives you the time and period to exit. Like right now, I'm at 45%. I can literally be out right now and call it a day, but why not? Because I know everything that people are not knowing. They're literally finding it out right now. They're joining these call groups. They're like calling, they're waiting, they're holding their tokens, and then they're calling in late. Because guess what? They have the information. Guess what? I'm giving it out for free, to the point where you don't have to even have a Discord. You don't have to have a Telegram. Everything's at your fucking fingertips, and it's right in front of you in fucking 4K. So I'm gonna go ahead and post the win rate on this one. I might even fucking drop my wallet, because I don't give a fuck, you guys. You know, I really don't. And that way you guys can literally truly see how to make this money, especially in a fucking world right now where Solana is like at $199 and shit. Come on, man. We have to print money. We have to print Solana here at an exponential rate in order to be able to show these gains at, you know, at a win rate. So with that being said, hey, I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice, guys. I'm at 42%. We're going to be up probably be in this trade for a couple of days. I think this thing will probably have community settlement to the point of Quazoo, where it'll pick up and be the Solana's savior when it comes to basically low market cap coins coming into play. Yeah, bullish. Anyways, guys, I want to just give you a thank you for watching me. This is a quick little 20 minutes on how to fucking print on xliquidity.com. Thank you. Bye-bye. Now, if you just allow me the time to kind of go over how to get yourself set up, at least on the desktop, so you're working as efficient as possible, I will show you that, and you know, we'll pretty much end the episode from there. So let's go ahead and jump right into that now. So if you're on the website, right, and to basically get you started with your trading right away, hands-on, like you were just seeing there, just scroll on down to any of the CA address, Twitter posts, click on Sniperoo, trade on Sniperoo. So click on that, right? Once you get there, you can either log in with your Telegram, or you can log in with your Google, or you can basically, and basically, by the way, this is how they authenticate you. You could, I would say, just log in with a Telegram if it's easier for you. That's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm just gonna log in with the Telegram. Now, it's not a Telegram bot, but it does kind of like NeoBullocks need you to log in to authenticate yourself through Telegram before you begin. Now that you're logged in, we can go to add extension up here. So we'll click on add extension. And then I'm going to go to add to Opera or add to Chrome, whatever, you know, browser that you're on is the one that you're going to choose. So click on that. It'll ask you to add your extension. So go ahead and click on add extension. From there, it'll bring up on the top right corner the extensions. Now, if you're a pretty seasoned person at how to use, you know, these things, you simply would go to the top right where your extensions are located. If you're located in Opera, they're going to be like in a little cube. If it's Chrome, it may be like a little puzzle piece. But needless to say, you're going to scroll on down until you see Sniperoo, and then you're going to click on that little pin option. That pin option will allow you to literally have the pin to the top of your keyboard, to the top of your browser. Now, when you go onto xliquidity.com, it's simply all you have to do is click on that little pen tool, right? Now, again, that pen tool just kind of give you like a little perspective so you can see it. I have mine up here in the far right corner, right up here. It's like a little blue guy. So you're going to want to click on that, right? And when you click on that, I'll show you. Bam. You'll get this little pop-up, and then what you're going to want to do is on the right side, you're going to see this little two yellow icons. Go ahead and click on that first right to the top, the first right one, right? And what that'll do is it'll basically extend this out into Chrome. Now, I just realized I'm using Opera, by the way. So if you are using Opera, I guess it has it won't allow you to do the side-by-side thing, but you can, at least with Opera, extend it like this, and then you'll have a running trading situation happening. So essentially what you were seeing in the previous little situation was the option of it being kind of cascaded to the right side. With this, you can just pretty much have it hovering everywhere you go. Now, the great thing about this extension is that it's connected directly to your wallet. You have access to the private key by simply going up to the top there and clicking in, new wallet, import wallet, or you can simply go to the wallet itself and it says show hidden. So sorry about that. Withdraw, you have a little icon right here, I'm not sure you see that, but there's an icon that will allow you to literally see the private keys. Boom. So you can go ahead and take the private keys, bring it into your Phantom wallet, feel comfortable when you're trading. This is simply just allowing you to buy and sell, pretty much anywhere online, but also specifically here on, exitliquidity.com. Now, how it works is everything that you basically click on when it comes to a CA address will highlight in green, but it also will copy to your clipboard as well. So if I, let's say, for example, clicked on this one here, all I would need to do is go back to the actual app, which is on the far right, pop it out there, and then simply just paste it in there, and then boom, I have access to the CA, the market cap, address, and I can actually do a trade here by doing, whatever buy entry I want to do. It allows me to do settings, for example, slippage here. I can type in slippage, I can do genotip, I can have all that, those settings to basically to my fingertips right here within this mini app. And with that being said, I have access to even like strategies. For example, I can do manual trading. I can do simple auto selling. For example, set it up so that way it does a profit of maybe after 1,000% or after a stop loss of 50%, it'll do automatically, remove myself from the contract. And so this has basically a Bullix way of things without the Bullix price tag to it. And that's, pretty big considering that sometimes these trading platforms can really take your money, guys, and it's crazy. But needless to say, wanted to kind of give you guys like a little 411 as far as the entirety of this app here, so you guys get a whole rundown on it. Yeah, with that being said, if you want to see the chart, and obviously you can't see it here in the app, just again a reminder, if you're in exitliquidity.com, all you got to do is literally double click on that CA and boom, it'll pull right up for you. What you could also do is go to the bottom left corner and click on MCAP for market cap, or the icon tool right there, and then literally click it once, and then the live chart as well will pop up for you too. So that way you can have the live chart, popped up alongside with, a trading, bot, so to speak, that is basically connected to your Chrome or Opera browser, and you're able to work efficiently and have, basically everything to, balls to the wall, they say it, right? But yeah, with that being said, this is essentially how you're able to leverage this exitliquidity.com and a bot, so that way you can make decisions, decisions that are going to count. For example, you might be in here and you might go to community, click there, and you might simply just paste the CA of the address you found and click search real quick. This helps you find settlement. It helps you find to see if there's people talking about the particular address, that you're referring to, and especially if are they verified people, are they non-verified people, how long ago were they talking about it, are they still talking about it, are the community, all these questions are asked essentially by having this filtered advanced search that I have created within Exit Liquidity to basically bring do your own research to the whole another fucking level. So yeah, with that being said, I just wanted to give you guys this information here so that way you're very understanding on how to move forward when it comes to using exitliquidity.com and leveraging this to your full potential. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today. This is another episode. Hopefully you've learned a lot. If you have any questions, please ask me in the Discord, jump in the Telegram, jump on exitliquidity.com. So much more shit to go over. What can I say? Ain't nothing to say, but let's go get this motherfucking money. Let's fucking go.